Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to be continuing Chapter 9 with graphing, and we are going to be looking at some data that was collected for us, and we are going to plot the data as ordered pairs on our graph. We are going to do two graphs together, and then you will have an assignment on Wiser where you do one by yourself. So the first thing that we have that we can see is we have a chart with plant height data. We see the days on top and the height of the plants on bottom. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to assign my days to be my X values and my height to be my Y values. That means that my days are going to go across my X axis and my height is going to go across my Y axis. It says write the ordered pairs. So I'm going to write my ordered pairs first, and then we will graph them afterwards. On your assignment, you won't have to write the ordered pairs. You'll just have to graph the points based on the data in the chart. So if my X axis or my X coordinate for day 0 is 0, then my Y coordinate for day 0, or the height of the plant, is also going to be 0. Remember, anytime you write ordered pairs, it starts with a parenthesis. You have your X coordinate, you have a comma, your Y coordinate, and then you close those parentheses. My second ordered pair is going to be what? 1, 1, because my X is 1 and my Y is 1. And then we will have 2, 2. And then our fourth ordered pair will be 3, 3. And our last ordered pair for this set of data will be 4, 4. And now if I'm graphing these, I will start at 0 on my X and go to 0 on my Y. So that's actually just at my origin of my graph. And then I have 1, 1. So that means I go to the right 1 and then I go up 1. And then I have 2, 2. So starting from the origin, I move along the x-axis to the right 2. And then I move up 2 along the y-axis. And then I will have 3, 3. And my last ordered pair is going to be 4, 4. And that is our graph for our plant height over days. And you can actually label your x-axis as days and then your y-axis as height. So I'm just going to put an H here so we know that this is the height, so that you know across the bottom you have days and across the side you have height. So on day 0, my plant height was 0. On day 1, my plant height was 1. On day 2, my plant height was 2, and so on and so on. For this next set of data, we're actually not going to write the ordered pairs. We're going to do it just how you'll do your assignment. We're going to look at the data on the chart. We're going to label our axes, and then we're going to graph our data. So again, my first line I'm going to put as my x-axis. So I'm going to go ahead and label this the week, because I am going to do the weeks across the bottom. And then across the side, it says sprouted. So we're looking at pineapple. So I'm just going to put an S right here for sprouted. And it takes how many weeks and how many pineapples had sprouted. So if we look on week 2, 1 pineapple had sprouted. So that ordered pair is going to be 2, 1. So I'm going to go to 2 weeks and then 1 sprout, or 2, 1. Okay. For our next one, we're going to have 4, 3. So we're going to go start from the origin, move over 4 points along the x-axis to the right, and then we're going to move up 3 points along the y-axis. We have 6, 5, so we'll move from the origin to the right along the x-axis 6 points. Then we'll move from there up 5 points along the y-axis. Our next number is 8, 7. So we'll go to 8 on the x-axis and up to 7 on the y-axis. And then our last set of ordered pairs, or set of data that we're making into ordered pairs, is 10, 9. On week 10, we had 9 sprouts. you can see that the data is steadily increasing, right? Each week we had more and more sprouts. And it's really easy to see that when you graph it on the coordinate grid rather than just having it in a table, because you actually get to see that line increasing once you have graphed all of those points. It's really important to make sure that you keep all of the weeks on one axis and all of the sprouts on the other axis. That way your data looks how it's supposed to. If I started saying, oh, I have 2 weeks in one sprout, and then the next one I flipped it and said 3 weeks with 4 sprouts, my data wouldn't be correct and it wouldn't look the same on the graph. So it's really important to make sure that you keep the same data on the same axis. So you want all of your weeks on one line and all of your sprouts on the next line. That way your graph is correct for your data. This next graph right here is actually the one that you will be doing on Wiser. You will have this chart, and your job is to plot those points on the graph, okay? The days are going to be your x-axis, and the miles are going to be your y-axis, and you are just going to plot those points on that graph for me. If you have any questions, let me know, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow.